everybody! Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Alice and I enjoy doing reviews. Just of different stuff that I have found in the general store, the Walmart or the Target, usually for an affordable price because I don't have a lot of money. So I try to keep things pretty cheap, pretty simple, but yeah, anyway, thank you for joining me today. I know I said last time that I was going to do a coffee review, but today got away from me a little bit. I had a lot of errands to run, and by the time I was ready to do a review, it just feels a little too late to be doing a coffee review. I've been trying to kind of cut back on caffeine at night, not during the day. But at night, I try to limit myself so that I can actually go to sleep and get up in the morning for my job. And so today I thought I would do something a little bit different, and I would review a couple more lip products. So the last two lip products that I reviewed were the Revlon Lip Gloss and the CoverGirl Lip Plumper, and also the Disney plant-based lip gloss. All three products I thought were really fun. The lip plumper especially because it caused like a cooling effect on my lips, and the color was something that was kind of, out of the ordinary. I really don't know if I would ever wear that in any, public setting, but it was really cool and fun to try on. The lip gloss I actually do wear out in public. It goes really well with my lips. It's just kind of this beigey pink, kind of a neutral pink color. And yeah, I don't know, I really like it. I thought it was a good product. So today I am going to be trying on the Revlon Super Lustrous Glimmer Lip Oil. It comes in a very, very thick, kind of hefty package there. I like the color of it a lot. I think it's kind of, it's a lot darker than the other Revlon product that I got, but it looks really cool, especially in the light here. You can kind of see it has a really unique looking color. I have never worn a lip oil before. I've also never really worn lip gloss, ordinarily, but I've definitely never have worn or even heard about lip oil until very recently, and so I kind of was just curious as to what this product did. Does it hydrate your lips? Does it make them silky and smooth? Some people say yes, and some people say no. Some people say that it'll just add kind of a shine to your lips, while other people say that, yeah, it'll add, some hydration. It'll make them a little bit softer and silkier. What I thought was really cool about lip oil products is that people claim you can use them on top of or underneath other products, which was something maybe back in the day, maybe I just didn't pay attention, but I thought you really weren't supposed to, to do that. But I guess you can with lip oil, and yeah, so today we are going to be trying the Revlon. So the next product we are going to be trying alongside of the Revlon lip oil is the Almay Color and Care Lip Oil in a Stick. And as you can see, it comes in this very pretty packaging, very shiny. Kind of has this two-tone pink and silver here at the end. One thing I want to mention about this product, when I bought it, I did not realize that there was the tiniest little crack here in the lid. I don't know if the camera is picking that up or not, but I didn't see that because there was a sticker over it. And so I'm going to just put out there that if this product doesn't, exactly work as it's intended, it might be just slightly dried out, slightly, unusable, but at the same time, it wasn't expensive at all. I thought about going back and returning it, but then again, it was maybe $8 after tax. So I just thought, I don't even know if I'll like it. I don't know anything about it. We'll just give it a try, who cares? But yeah, I think the packaging on it is really pretty. And I should mention too that both of these were actually pretty inexpensive. I believe they were both roughly around $8, and so, very affordable lip oils, very affordable branding, and yeah, I'm very excited to try them. So I think I'm going to try the Revlon first, just because I think it's so pretty. I really like the style of it with the white cap and the bold lettering against the background here. Some of the people I was reading online said that lip oils act as kind of a seal over your lips. And so I'm very curious to how that is gonna feel. Oh my, that's another big foot. There's a lot of big foots in these products. It doesn't really smell like anything at all, so I'm just gonna go for it and just put it right on my lips. Ooh, that feels nice. I don't know if I'm supposed to mush my lips together or not. I don't think that I am. I watch a few beauty influencers and I don't really see them doing that, so I'm gonna try to be careful and not smush my lips too much as I apply this here. Oh, okay. So, right off the bat, it definitely adds a tint to your lips, and I assume would add a tint of color to anything that you're applying it to. As you can see, it's kind of made my lips stand out more. It's made them ultra shiny, like it says it's the super lustrous glimmer, and it just kind of adds this silky texture to your lips. It looks really nice on the camera. It looks really shiny. It doesn't add too much color, so you can definitely see like the true color of your lips underneath of it, but it definitely brings them out more. And I really like that. I think that's kind of nice. I don't really wear lip products outside of chapstick, so this actually has a really like silky smooth texture to it. It doesn't feel greasy like I kind of thought that it would. I've never really put like oil straight on my lips, but I've eaten things with oil in them, and so like yeah, I thought the texture would be kind of like oil greasy, but it's actually not. It feels very light. It feels very smooth. It feels like it might actually kind of dry a little bit and then not, you know, rub off on stuff, you know, like it would probably right now while it's still wet. But yeah, I'm really liking this. I like the way that it looks in the camera. I think I might actually try to wear this, you know, maybe with another lip product, like say a matte lip gloss or lipstick, you know, if I ever get the courage to actually go and purchase one. Alright, so wiping that off, I really like this product. I would definitely give this product, say, like an 8 out of 10. Just feels really nice. I don't know how hydrating it is, but it definitely doesn't make your lips feel like chapped or, you know, greasy or, you know, stingy like the lip plumper did. All in all, really nice product for the price. Definitely gonna use this one again. Okay, so moving on, we are gonna try the Almay Color and Care Lip Oil in a Stick next. And like I said, that little crack in the cap, I don't know how much it's gonna affect the product, so if it kind of seems like it's not working real well, maybe I'll go try to get another stick or not, but I just don't know if I'm gonna like this that much, and I don't know if I'm gonna like the color that much. There's just a lot of ifs. Oh, oh my, well, I really kind of like that. That's cute. It does come in like a stick form, and it's very pink. It is really, really pink. I didn't really realize how pink it was until like I kind of looked at it here. So yeah, let's give it a little try. Ooh. Oops. I said I wasn't gonna smush my lips and then I did, but in my defense, this feels and kind of spreads on like a chapstick. It does not have the same kind of like texture as the other one did, and the area is a little bit smaller, so I feel like I have to go over my lips twice here to kind of cover everything. Again, I did it again. It feels good though. It doesn't feel like I said, it doesn't feel like an oil. It doesn't feel greasy. This one in particular feels a lot more like a chapstick. It kind of just feels like a chapstick or lip balm. Not terrible, and the color isn't too overpowering. It's not, you know, I think you can kind of still see my own lip color through it, though it does appear to make my lips a little bit lighter. I'm not sure if I like that as much as I do the regular oil, but actually, I don't know, it feels nice on my lips. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel too terribly sticky or too terribly kind of like tacky, like it kind of gets in the cracks of your, you know, chapped lips and sort of stays there and makes them even more chapped. It feels like it doesn't do that. And yeah, it kind of seems to add its own little bit of shine to your lips, a little tiny bit of color. I'm liking the way that it looks, and It doesn't feel very dried out. I think I may have scraped a little bit on it with the cap here, but it doesn't feel like it's, you know, or it doesn't seem like it's dried out at all. I don't think the cap really causes any kind of issue with it here. I don't really think it's that big a deal, you know, especially for the price of the product. Like I said, if it was more expensive, I probably would have gone back and tried to get another one. But this one actually seems like it's just fine. The only thing I have is it doesn't feel like it's applying very heavily on the lips. I don't feel as though a lot of it is, you know, kind of getting on there, and yeah, it feels good. You know, it feels not terrible. It does actually kind of screw up here, so you get more than just that little nubby at the top there. I'm not sure how much more you get because it screws up very, very, very slowly. And I don't want to screw it all the way out, you know, and possibly damage it a little bit more. But yeah, I would say that this is a pretty good product too. Probably not as cool as, you know, the Revlon oil, but you know, I like this too. It kind of looks, you know, different. It looks nice. Adding like a more pinkish, like a bright pink tint to my lips, I'm not sure that that's working very well for me. But then again, maybe it's just the color. I feel like it does feel a little bit more hydrating than the other one. Like I said, it's more of a chapsticky kind of feel, but at the same time, I think it's really cool. I would probably give it maybe a 6 out of 10. I love the packaging. I like how much you potentially get, which is like, you know, quite a fair amount here. It just doesn't seem to have like the smoothness and sort of the glossiness that the other lip oil did, and it's feeling a little bit like a glorified chapstick. A very pretty glorified chapstick, but still kind of a glorified chapstick. Also, I don't like that they hid the little crack in the lid underneath the sticker there. I felt like that was a little bit deceptive, but that was probably completely on accident, so I'm not gonna hold anyone accountable for that. Anyway, well, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I kind of rambled there a bit at the end. I've still been trying to get my sleeping back in order and my life back in order, so thank you for bearing with me and all this. And yeah, if you like what you see, if you like my channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell notification, and then you'll always know when I upload. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.